Hello, hello, hello. We're gonna dump it. All right, hello. I am so excited. I am ready to give you the information that you need in order to create a sales explosion in your salon business. Yes, I'm super excited to teach you this information because it's going to be very valuable to you building, not even building, this holiday season. So typically when we go into holidays and stuff like that, we pull out something, out of the hat. We pull a rabbit out of the hat and we make it happen. And I get it. However, I need you to be prepared. We're not going to pull any more rabbits out of the hat no more. We got to be ready for whatever sale that we plan on having before the holidays come. So, if you want to have an explosive sale, as I know you do, you need to share this video out because that's going to start the explosion right there. People are going to wonder where this came about. How did you come up with this? So I need you to go ahead on and hit that share button, share this out. Sharing is Karen. I need a couple more people to share so I can get started. I don't want to get started until you share this out. And by the way, let me go ahead on and share this out as well. So I'm going to share this out myself. Yes, right. We're not pulling no more rabbits out of the hat. We're not pulling any more tricks. We're going to be prepared for this. So hit that share button. Go ahead on and share this out. I'm about to share it out myself. Sharing is caring, of course. We got to get ready, guys. It's no last minute, whatever this stuff is that we normally are used to when it comes to running business. So hit the share button, share it out. Share it out, share it out, share it out. Okay, there we go. So I shared it out a couple of times and I want you to share it out as well. So be sure that you hit the share button and let's get things going. Sharing, 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 sharing. That is all we are going to do right now. We're going to share and we're going to prepare. How about that? How about we share this out and now we could get prepared? Because I want to talk about preparing this holiday season. It's coming regardless. Thanksgiving is on the calendar every day, every year, at the same time every year. It doesn't change. So whenever you notice that Thanksgiving wasn't the fourth Thursday of November, you let me know. If you looked on a calendar and said, you know what, Christmas coming early, girl. Christmas is December the 15th. When you looked on the calendar and realized that, you let me know because it's the same time every single year. So now is the time to prepare for that. And I know you like, well, it's too early. It's never too early to plan and prepare your sales strategies. I was just on a call earlier talking to one of my private clients about getting herself ready for that. And literally, she was like, well, how do you prepare for that? You prepare now. I have things on my calendar right now for December that I am prepared for. But we want to do the fun part. And I'm going to get into the details of this planning so that you don't just jump to the fun part and be like, all right, I'm here. No, that is not how it's going to operate. So I am going to lay out things for you strategically in detail so that you know specifically what's going on, right? We're going to prepare for salon sales, for a salon sales explosion. Because it's not just enough that you say, okay, this is what I want to do and this is how I want to do it. Like, that's not the end all be all type situation, and that's not how it should pan out for you at all when it comes to laying out your holiday sale. So don't wait, get ready now. Now is the time for you to start rolling into that. So as you go ahead on and hit that share button one more time, go ahead on and share this out. I know you was like, oh my God, I already shared this out. I already shared it out. I don't want to share it out again. Share it out. Sharing is caring. I need you to just hit the share button and share it out one more time so that we all on the same page. You just keep on hitting that share button and share it out. While you share it out, let me tell you a little bit about who I am. I am ElishaMonique, salon stylist coach, product development consultant, and salon business builder expert, partnering with you, the salon owner, the new salon owner, to help you establish and reestablish your back end structure so that you can build a team, build a clientele, increase your retail sales, and develop that hair product line, all while becoming a scalable, profitable beauty business. Now, in the past, I've accomplished a lot in this wonderful industry that we're in. There are many roads to travel down, and I am so grateful though for those roads that I have been able to travel on and those opportunities that I have been able to take advantage of. I actually entered a number of hair competitions, winning first place at those at different trade shows. I've been in a number of hair publications featuring my work as a creative hairstylist, just like yourself. I've worked on a number of movie sets with movie directors, along with celebrities, different events. I have even been a beauty school educator, along with that, teaching at Matrix, a division of L'Oreal, other hair salons how to utilize a color line to increase the profit inside of those salons. More importantly, I am super proud to have been a successful six-figure salon owner. That's why I am so passionate about teaching you how to grow your salon business, because I've been there. I know where you come from. Along with that, I am a published author of the 6-Step Systems to Creating a Six-Figure Salon and the Salon Forms book, a book, by the way, that every salon owner must have in order to run a successful salon business. But it does not end there. I am now the CEO of the Salon Business Blueprint Club, a membership club where I teach you how to run your business strategically so that once you set all the systems in place, it will run effortlessly. That's a hard word. Yes, it is. But however, you want your systems to run on automation so that you can continue to be that creative individual behind the chair and beyond the chair. And that is why I am your salon coach. So I hope to help you build a better beauty business soon. All right. I hope y'all are ready. We are prepared. We're going to get into content. First, don't forget, go ahead on and share this out. You got to hit that share button. I'm telling you, you got to hit the share button at least one. You got to hit it again. Just hit it again for me. So here's what we're going to discuss, right? We are going to discuss all the do's and don'ts. The do's and don'ts. I'm going to say that again. We're going to discuss all the do's and the don'ts. We're going to talk about the importance of holiday sales. And we're going to discuss 4 things that you need to do to prepare now. Not later, not in the future, not in a couple weeks. We're going to discuss the things you got to do to prepare right now. So these are the things that we're going to go over today. I hope you're ready. Take notes. Don't forget to hit the share button. Share this out. I truly appreciate it. I shared it out as well. So if I'm sharing it out to multiple platforms, you can share it out also. Thank you. I appreciate you for sharing it out. So let's just jump in. I actually have to get on some calls later on with a couple salons who want to revamp their business. So I want to make sure I give you good, great information that is useful for you to grow your salon business. So let's just jump right on in, right? So let's get down to the do's and don'ts. So we hear all the time when people say, you should do this, you should do that, don't do this, don't do that. But listen here, word on the street is that you should do this and you should do that and you shouldn't do this and you should do it like this and you should do it like that. Well, I've tried all of those do's and don'ts and I put them all together onto actually what you should do and what you should not do. Now, trust me, being a salon owner is not easy. Being a stylist is not easy. And you get so many different strategies thrown at you at any given time, at one time, that you're literally like, I'm not quite sure what I should do, how I should do it, how I should make things work, how things should not work, or how things supposed to function, you know, and I get it. So first thing you should not do is you should not rob yourself. I'm going to start with the don'ts. Don't rob yourself. Now, I know you're probably like, what do you mean by don't rob myself? First of all, don't create a sale, a strategy, a service, or whatever this is that makes it feel like you are robbing yourself of money, of time, and of patience. Don't rob yourself because you want to put something out there. It's best that you don't even do nothing. Don't do nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't discount. Don't offer. Don't do nothing, as opposed to feeling like you're robbing yourself blind. I've seen that so many times where when I talk to salon owners, the things that they've put together, it's almost like, girl, you're working for free. That's not the case. And you want to feel like you're giving your all, and you're offering this, and you want to sweeten the pot, and you want to over deliver, and you want to add so much value. I'm saying all this because I've heard all these words before. And that's not the case. First of all, you're standing on your feet. You're great at what you do. So don't provide something where it feel like you're being robbed of your gift and of your value. Don't do that. Number 2 is don't feel obligated. Don't feel obligated that you have to do this. Don't feel obligated that you have to have a sale. Like, don't feel obligated that you got to do it like this and it's not going to work if you don't. And I'm using that type of explanation. It's because we see it all the time. Like, you have to run a Christmas sale. It has to run like this, and it must be like this. No, that's not the case. So let me tell you this, right? About the first 2 years when I opened my salon, I didn't have no sale at all. I didn't have a new client sale. I didn't have no type of promotion. I didn't put a sale on none of my retail products, nothing. Everything was regular price. Clientele grew, stylists came, everybody was busy because I did not feel obligated that when Christmas time came around, that when Black Friday, small business, Mother's Day, back to school, or any of these playthings came around, I did not feel obligated to have to partake in that. So don't feel like you have to be obligated to do all of these things. It's just, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, right? If the shoe don't, we picture this like Cinderella. Remember the girls that was at home and Cinderella had to bring the shoe to, and none of their feet would fit in that shoe? Well, guess what? My feet don't fit into these obligations, and I'm not going to do it. So don't feel obligated that you have to do all of this stuff. It's not necessary. However, whatever you're going to do, here's another don't. Don't procrastinate. If you're going to do it, don't procrastinate. So the 3 don'ts that I have for you is don't rob yourself, don't feel obligated, and don't procrastinate. And the reason why I'm telling you this, because now let me share with you the do's, right? Do expect a return on your investment though. So if I feel like I'm going to be robbed, I'm going to have to be obligated, and I'm procrastinate on it, and I ain't going to get my money out of it, nope. Because that's what I do want. I do want a return on my investment. If I'm going to put out my time, if I'm going to put out my services, if I'm going to put out my money for these marketing efforts, then I need a ROI. 100%. I need one. Another thing that you should do is you have to get the business mindset when you start laying these things out. And the reason why I say this is because when we put out these certain obligations, right? We don't have the business mindset. We put them out as stylists. Oh, I'm a stylist and I'm great at what I got to do. So I want to offer this whole 27-piece bob side swoop with the invisible hairline and a haircut with a steam treatment type, all of this stuff. And that's the stylist talking to you. That's the stylist telling you you should do it like that. That's not the business mindset, because the business mind of me listing everything that I said, having a business mind, I'm like, girl, that's too much. You can't do it like that. That's too much. Nope. Cut that down, take that out, omit that, raise the price, do it like this. So when you're laying these things out, you have to know your ROI, and you need to put on that business mindset. Now, I know that's easier said than done for some, but that's why you have a coach. And I'm going to tell you later on how we can work together so that you can start to develop that business mindset so that you can get that business growing. Because without having that mindset, you're just that stylist working behind a chair. And I want to help you be able to shift that mindset so that you can start being scalable and profitable behind the chair. So let's jump in, right? We got the do's and don'ts. I hope we're clear on that. So now I want to share with you the importance of a holiday sale, celebration or belief. It really doesn't matter. So you may be thinking, you know what? I don't believe in Christmas. I celebrate Hanukkah, right? Give me one. Okay. Computer was dying. I'm sorry. Can't let it die without giving you this great information. So you may be thinking, right? I don't celebrate the holiday in that manner, whatever manner you're discussing. It doesn't matter. And I want to put out the importance of it because you may be like, listen, I celebrate Hanukkah. I celebrate Kwanzaa. I celebrate the traditional Christmas way. I don't celebrate anything. And I get it. So it doesn't matter, right? If you create this environment where you like, I create a salon environment that has no belief. We celebrate nothing. But this time of the year, you do understand that certain clients celebrate certain things, right? So this is the importance of it because your clients may be looking for something from you and you could be like, you know what? I don't celebrate that. I don't celebrate that. I'm not going to participate in that. It really doesn't matter in your belief. It's how you present it. So you don't have to have an actual Christmas sale if you don't believe in Christmas. You can simply title it right now, the title that you're actually looking at, the importance of a holiday sale. I didn't state what holiday. Do you know what holiday? It's a holiday sale. Period. Pick a holiday. Any holiday that you want to participate in, pick that holiday and let's have a sale. Or how about it extends for a certain period of time and we never give it a title at all? It's always a holiday sale. Period. Or your holiday sale can actually show the spirit and the appreciation to your clients. Around this time of the year, here's a holiday sale to show our appreciation and to get in the spirit. Now, do you have to put up a Christmas tree? No. Do you have to put up lights and decoration? And no. You're simply having something for you can call it whatever you want. But this is the importance of this time of year, especially if your clientele partakes in the holiday, quote unquote, right? So if you like, I don't believe in none of this stuff and I'm not going to have none of this stuff in my business. And every single year you have clients like, oh, you don't do anything for Christmas. Oh, you don't celebrate Kwanzaa. Oh, we're not going to do anything for Hanukkah. Oh, we're not going to do anything for this. Then guess what? It's a holiday sale. You said, you know what? I appreciate you. Instead of having a Christmas special, we're going to have a holiday customer appreciation sale. Title it what you want, but it's still around the same time of the year. So, along with the importance of this holiday sale, I need you to understand that increasing your money flow to meet your money goals. Yes, I'm reading off my notes. Yes, I write down all my notes, so I make sure I give you valuable information. I write it down. So if you see me looking down, I'm making sure I give you that piece of information. So the importance of the holiday sale is to increase your money flow around that time, right? So this is the end of the year where you like, look, this year's money goal was $60,000 and I'm a couple thousand short. How could you make up for that goal? Businesses do it all the time. Hence the word Black Friday sale that they always have. They want to make sure that they don't end up in the red at the end of the year. So they try and increase those sales and get that money flow going real fast so that they can meet that money goal for the end of the year. This is bring me back to point number one, the do's of having that money, that business mindset. That's why you need me in your corner. So you can have that money mindset. You can have that business mindset. So, like I said, I never had the first 2 years an actual Christmas sale. Year number 3, I popped up with a holiday sale. Pick a holiday. I don't care which holiday you celebrate, but here's the holiday sale. This is what it looks like. Come on in and get your hair done because I got a money goal to meet. Now, you're going to go out yourself and partake in all of these money goals also and things that you need to do because it's the holiday and stuff going to be on discount. And you're going to be like, nope, I'm waiting till Black Friday because that's when everything drop and everything be real cheap. Guess what? Your salon should run in the same way. But you have to have that business mindset in order to make it work. So let's get back a little bit. Okay, so the importance of the holiday sale, right, is 1, to show holiday spirit and appreciation. And 2 is to increase the money flow and meet the money goal. Now, if you agree with that, let me see. Type goal in the comments. Let me see that hashtag money goal. Yes, put a hashtag money goal in the comments if you like, yep, I got that. Because that's the importance of the special. Is to get that money goal. Hashtag money goal right now because you like, look, I got it. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. But not only that, right? So that's the importance of the holiday sale, right? Hashtag money goal, drop it down in the little, write it in, type it in, take 2 seconds, hashtag money goal. And then when you're going to go ahead on and share this out again. Share this out, share it out, share it out. Hit the share button real fast because we all got hashtag money goals for 2021. Things happen. We still got money goals. So hit the share button, share it out real fast. Now, I want to move on to number 3. Like I said, I only had enough time to give you the information that we're going to get. Okay, so here it is, right? The 4 things that you need to do to prepare now. Not later, not before the holiday. Now, the 4 things that you need to do to be prepared now, right? Go ahead and share it out. Share it out one more time. Hit the share button. Share it out to a group. If you shared it out to your personal page, go ahead on and hit it in a group. You like in a million groups anyway. So just put it inside a group or something because you just hit the share button and push it out to a group real fast. I truly appreciate that. Yes, I do. Okay, so 4 things that you need to do to prepare now, right? Number one is create sales and expense projections, right? I told you I'm reading off my paper, right? Because I wrote this down in detail so I can make sure I give you the information in detail. So number 1 is to create sales, expense, and projections. That's the first thing you have to do. So a lot of time we want to go ahead on and jump in, right? We want to jump in and create the nice little marketing material. I got you. You like, I got to design it. I got to make it look fancy. No, that is not your first step. Your first step is to create the sales, expense, and projections. Because if the money don't look right, you can't do it. And once again, that's why a coach like me is behind you saying, listen, nope, go back to the drawing board, recreate this. I don't want to see a flyer. I don't want to see a design. Don't tell me a title. Don't give me a slogan. I don't want to know the theme. I could care less about the brand colors if your money is not there. If you're not going to make money and those projections don't sound right, you need to throw it out the window. Do it again or rethink it and have those money projections lay out. Also, what expenses are you going to put out? How much is it going to cost you? Because remember, when we're putting out different holiday sales, it got to cost us something. Even if you're thinking, oh, it's not going to cost me nothing but some time. Okay, my time has a price. That time has a price. So I jump on a phone call with you for a 20-minute breakthrough session so you can get some clarity in that. That's 20 minutes, right? Anything after this 20 minutes, it has a time on that, right? If you want to jump on a business strategy session with me for 2 hours, that's going to cost you $300, right? That's time. Because in that 2 hours, I'm going to give it to you. You're going to have so much information that you're going to be like, oh my God, I don't even know what to do. So your time, even if it's going to cost you nothing, it's going to cost you something to lay out all that information that needs to be done. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2 is you got to set a date. Now, when you look at your calendar, when you lay out the sale, lay out the expense, you got to set a date. When is it going to start? When is it going to end? What's the date for it? It's a little bit more details of that, but you got to set a date, right? Okay, so number 3, right? Like I said, I got to go through this really quickly. So make sure you grabbing this. Don't forget to hit the share button out, because if you share it to your page, you can always come back in and watch the replay again. Make sure you hashtag replay as you watch it again. That way you can really take notes of it. So number 3 is create the marketing material. Now that's where the fancy stuff come in at, right? You know, we like to lay out the words and create the design and stuff like that. Like I said, if you have a coach that tell you like, nope, scrap it, you won't even make it to number 3. But once you get to number 3, you're in the home stretch now. Because now you can go head on with the different platforms and applications and stuff like that and start designing all the material that you're going to allow people to see so that they can take advantage of that, right? That's number 3. Now, number 4, right, is to launch the sale. You in the home stretch right now. You so far down that road that you like, yes, yes. Because now you get to launch that actual whole holiday sale that you've been planning from right now until the time to press the button to push things out. Now, what do I mean by press the button? Well, you know, put the people out, the things, you know, all that great stuff. The fun stuff that you like doing, right? So number 4 is going to be launching the sale. You've made it. However, when you launch the sale, right, there's a lot of things that go into that launch strategy too. So it's not just about putting it out and be like, boom, it's out. That was a loud clap, y'all. I'm so sorry. Oh, that was super loud. That popped my ears. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff going into the launch, not just pushing stuff out. We want to see the results. So remember in the beginning, we talked about the projections. Now, when you launch it, you got to make sure those projections come back. Keyword, we don't look at that back, because we create a flyer, we push it out, boom, we like, oh, that ain't work, that ain't getting no results, that ain't gonna work out well, you know, no, because we knew what to expect in the beginning. This is why you do number 1 first. Because when things start happening, you like, yup, that was my expectations. Yup, that launch is working. Yup, that's working out right. So now here's a bonus, right? Bonus number 5 is to deliver what's promised. If you say you want to offer something and the time comes, you got to offer what you said you're going to deliver. You got to deliver on that promise. Literally. Deliver on that promise. Now, here's the key though. So I'm going to deliver on my promise, right? As promised, what's next? So I told you earlier that I'm going to tell you how we be able to get to work together. And in order to complete this strategy, there's a 4-day preparation series that I'm going to hold right inside of the Salon Business Blueprint Club. Step by step, piece by piece, we're going to lay all of this out in 4 days so that when the time hits, you can have a successful launching a sales launch, right? So what goes inside of the 4-day preparation series? Well, we're going to start with creating the sales and income projections. I mentioned earlier in that you got to lay out the expenses, the projections, and things like that. But exactly what do those look like? Me telling you and physically doing it and walking you through it is a different thing. So those of you that are already a part of the Salon Business Blueprint Club, guess what? You already have access to a library of courses, and now this one is going to drop right inside of there for you also. Day number 2, we're going to go over scheduling the sales and task. Mind you, I didn't say create anything yet. So we always want to jump to creating the marketing material, designing a nice little flyer. Oh, I got to find a graphic artist to get this done. No, you don't need a graphic artist, because if the money ain't there, you can't afford a graphic artist. So I'm going to show you on day 2 how to schedule out the sales and the task that needs to take. Like I mentioned earlier, I have things already laid out for December, right? Things that I want to do for December. Now is the time to schedule out the sales and the tasks that I have to do. I have things written in my calendar already for November in order to make those things happen in December. This is the stuff that you do before we design anything. And on day number 3, I'm going to walk you through step by step, hand in hand, on how to create wonderful marketing material that's going to go along with your holiday sale explosion. I'm telling you, you do not want to miss this. But on day 4, we're going to cover launching, excuse me, we're going to cover launching and closing the sales. Now, it's a lot to just launching, but it's more to it when you understand how to close the sale. So let me break this down just a little bit more for you. Here's the preparation, right? When it comes to creating the sales and income projections, we're going to go over the services, specifically the ones that should go inside of your holiday sale. We're going to go over the money. What does the money look like? Y'all know money talking walks, right? I hope you caught that. Y'all know that slang. I won't say that out there, but y'all know how that goes. But if we don't discuss the money, then what's the purpose of the sale? We're going to go over also your expectations and your results. So I'm going to show you how when you lay out a service, when the money projections look right, here is the results that you should get and the expectations. So that by the time we get to launching the stuff, you like, yup, there it go, there it go, there it go, successful. Day number 2, when we start breaking down the scheduling and tasks, we're going to talk about the planning, we're going to talk about the mapping, and we're going to talk about your to-do list. So I'm specifically going to create this holiday sale for you and see how you can walk through step by step and make it happen from beginning to end. And then when we get to day number 3, now we're going to talk about creating your marketing material, because then we'll go over your branding, we'll go over the design, and we'll go over best platforms to use to create all of this stuff. It's more than one. Trust me, you're gonna love the design part because you're the creative individual. I'm the creative individual. I'm like, let's get to the creativity. But you gotta handle the business first. And that's why I'm your coach right there. Like, nope, this is how it's going to all lay out. And in the last day, we're going to launch and close your sales. Now, what does a launch strategy look like? It's not just about do this, do this, do this. We're going to lay out an entire launch strategy. We're going to weigh your results in the end. So we're going to pretend that one went out and we're going to weigh those results. We're going to go over the profit and loss. We're going to go over what happened, and we're going to go over how to take this exact holiday explosion and do it again and make it better and better and better. And that's how I got to become a 6-figure salon owner, by taking strategies and doing them over and correcting them and implementing them and seeing a result. This is why I can tell you what to do and what not to do, because I've done it all. Like, it literally makes sense. Trust me, you're going to love this. So I know you're like, okay, I'm ready to partake. I'm ready to get in. How much is it going to cost me? Well, guess what? The 4-day preparation series is inside of the Salon Business Blueprint Club. The Salon Business Blueprint Club is $97. It's a monthly membership, and you can cancel at any time. But before we even start this 4-day launch, right? This 4-day series, which is going to begin on September the 28th. It's for 4 days, right? Before you even jump into the series, you have access to a library of courses already available in there. So I'm not just going to show you one thing. You have access to a multitude, I can't even explain it, of stuff. So if you are already a member of the Salon Business Blueprint Club, let me see some hearts. Let me see some thumbs up, because you already know what it looked like inside of there. And I'm telling you, it's no joke. Adding this series to the membership is just a tiny piece on how you're going to take your salon to the next level. However, you got to be prepared for the holidays and beyond. So the membership is already preparing you for beyond. I'm just going to come in here and prepare you for the holidays, because now is the time to get ready. I don't want to see nobody else post a flyer 2 days before the holiday, and guess what? I go and check it out, because I might come across a nice flyer. So I'm the coach that skims your page and be like, she ain't post nothing else. She like 4 days away from the holiday. That ain't gonna work out well, because it's too late. So I am that coach that be snooping around and be looking and be like, nope, that ain't gonna work. But guess what? When you're right there inside of the Salon Business Blueprint Club, you don't have to worry about that, because you get access to coaching already. Make no mistakes. Your salon will be successful if you're a part of the Salon Business Blueprint Club. Now, when you become a part of this club, also, we do have monthly and weekly coaching calls. The only thing for you to do is commit to creating that business mindset, to creating to be open to being coachable and to take your business to the next level. That's the only thing that I have to share for you. So guess what? You are now equipped. You are prepared. Go to buildyoursalonbusiness.com. Start in the membership today. On September the 28th, we will begin the I done lost track. Look at that. Look at that. I'm so excited about this. I done lost my train of thought. I literally just thought of a bonus. Let me write this down. Bonus information. So I just thought of a bonus that I'm going to implement inside of this 4-part series. Guess what? This 4-part series just turned into 5 parts because I literally just thought about something else. This is the benefits of being a part of the Salon Business Blueprint Club, that you have a coach that can just pull strategies that I have done and I know that they work. So I just literally thought about a part that wasn't in there. Guess what? I'm going to put it in there. So the 4-part series literally just turned into 5 parts. But the only way to get it is to become a part of the Salon Business Blueprint Club. So head on over to buildyoursalonbusiness.com, join the club, get into this holiday session right now. Don't wait. I'm telling you, if I see you post a flyer or something a couple days before, I'm going to send you an inbox and be like, you need to take that down because it's too late. I sure am. But on another note, right? You got some work to do. So go to buildyoursalonbusiness.com right now. Jump inside of the Salon Business Blueprint Club. Start learning the material that's in there. And on September the 28th, become a part of the 5-part, new part. Y'all say 5-part. Let me see 5. Put 5 in the comments if you like. Yes, 5. Yes, 5. Yes, 5. New part, just implemented inside of the thing. Just thought about it. If you want to become a part of the Salon Business Blueprint Club to take your salon to the next level, I'm so excited. Yep. So I'm going to head on out because guess what? I got to write down this last 5th part, and I got to lay out the strategy for that because I literally just thought about it. It wasn't a part of that. It was a part of the 4-part that I mentioned to you earlier, but I'm going to add this 5th part on for a bonus, right? The membership is $97 a month. You can cancel at any time. We're going to talk about the 4-day preparation series, 4 days for the holiday, creating the sales and income projections, scheduling the sales and the tasks, creating the marketing material, launching and closing the sale. All you have to do is go to buildyoursalonbusiness.com and join. Start learning the other material in there, and I will see you on September the 28th inside of the club to teach you this 4-day preparation. 5-day preparation series, guys. I am so excited about that. But on that note, I'm going to head on out because you share this out one more time. Share button. Boom. Hit the share button. Boom. Share button. Share. Sharing is caring. So I'm going to head on out because I got to write down a 5th part so that make sure that this whole series lay out perfectly. Yes. See, this is what happens when you get so excited with yourself and that you like, I know I'm going to put this information out, right? Thank you guys for sharing. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I will see you inside of the Salon Business Blueprint Club. Talk to you soon.